La ilaha illallah. Look at this. Then the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam starts to introspect. You know, when you've had a difficult time, you hate on everybody besides yourself. That's normal. It's your fault. It's their fault. It's the people of Quraysh's fault. They didn't accept my deen, so I went to Taif. These people of Taif are scums. They're wretched. They drove me out. In this moment, when he's been pelted, when he's been beaten, you know, they are the physical scars. But wallahi, then they are the internal scars. They are the emotional scars. Physical scars never compare with emotional scars. And the Prophet ﷺ, in this state, he begins to think. And he turns to Allah and he says, Allahumma inni ashku ilayka dha'fa quwwati wa qillata hilati wa hawani ala nasi ya arhamar rahimin. In his most difficult time, the Prophet ﷺ says, Allahumma inni ashku ilayka dha'fa quwwati. Oh Allah, I complain to you about my own weakness. La ilaha illallah. What a lesson. Most difficult time, he complains not about the people of Taif. He says, oh Allah, maybe there's a shortcoming from me. Maybe there's an issue with me. Allah, maybe I haven't been able to do justice to my parents. Maybe it's not my parents' fault. Maybe it's a bit of my fault as well. Maybe it's not just my children's fault. Maybe it might be my fault. Maybe it might not be my in-laws' fault all the way. Maybe it's got a portion with me as well. Allahumma inni ashku ilayka dha'fa quwwati. Oh Allah, I complain to you about my own weakness. This was the man who was the greatest da'i. No da'i compared with him. No person in history was better in anything than the Messenger of Allah. He was best. He was par excellence above everybody else. But in his most difficult time, the Messenger of Allah said, Allahumma inni ashku ilayka dha'fa quwwati wa qillata hilati. And the lack of my ingenuity. La ilaha illallah. Lack of my ingenuity. 1400 years later, sitting in the UK, we still follow this man's deen. And he's saying, oh Allah, no, there's maybe a lack of my ingenuity. Maybe I ain't good enough. وَهَوَانِ عَلَى النَّاسِ يَا أَرْحَمَ الرَّاحِمِينَ. And my insignificance in the eyes of other people. La ilaha illallah. He said, maybe I haven't done enough to get close enough to people. Maybe the issue is with me. And then he goes on and he says something amazing. He said, oh Allah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. As long as you are happy with me. As long as you are happy with me, oh Allah, it doesn't matter. We live in an era of social media where everybody likes their likes. Everybody judges themselves, their fame, on how many followers they have and how many likes they have. Wallahi, you have 1 billion likes and you have 1 dislike from Allah. It's not worth it. You're a failure. You're unsuccessful. And you have that 1 like from Allah. Everything else becomes insignificant, but that you will only realize on the Day of Judgment.